Hello YouTube, this is Alan bringing you a movie review. I just saw last night Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is going to be a non-spoiler review. Again, what that means is I will not give away any plot points or anything that will spoil the movie for you to watch. So if you have yet to see the movie, it's okay. You can go ahead and watch this video for my review. I will have another video up which will include spoilers. So once you have seen the movie, then you can go ahead and view the other video that I'm going to do here shortly. So let's get into it. Star Wars The Force Awakens, Episode 7. Just a quick background. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I've seen all 6 previous movies. I haven't seen the animated series or read any novels or comic books, but I have seen all the movies, the original trilogy as well as the prequels. A lot of people did not like the prequels. I, for one, again, I'm a Star Wars fan, so I liked them. Do I like the original trilogy more? Of course. There were some things that were cool about the prequels and some stuff that not so cool. But again, when you're dealing with a prequel for any type of movie, it's always one of those things where I feel like the studio just really wants to rehash the franchise because it is successful. So you see a lot of the recent movies like Lord of the Rings, come out with The Hobbit. X-Men now has the prequels, the younger version of the mutants of the X-Men. So a lot of times the prequels, aren't as good as the originals. Some are, but most aren't. So let me start off by saying this movie was one of the most anticipated movie that I've probably ever wanted to see, especially the last few months when we've been getting a couple of the trailers and getting a little bit more about what the story and who the new characters are and all the theories. So it was really cool to finally go see it. I will give you my final review here at the end as far as a 1 to 10 scale, but I will tell you that the movie was everything that I hoped that it was. Sure, there were some things that I wish were different, that could have been improved, but again, there's no perfect movie, but it definitely worth watching. So let me get into it. Let's talk about the old characters. So from the original trilogy, you had Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2. So all of those old characters are back for this new trilogy. So again, we started with episode 7. There's going to be 8 and 9. Not sure if they're going to do a 10, 11, and 12. I'm sure eventually. I don't know if it will continue with the same characters or they'll do new characters. But for now, we know it's going to be 7, 8, and 9. So the old characters, obviously being the fan, myself being a fan of the original trilogy, those are definitely cool to see. Especially you saw in the trailer when Han and Chewbacca say, basically Han says, hey, we're back. See the Millennium Falcon. That Luke is part of this story, whether he's going to be in this one or one of the following movies here, he's going to be in the movie. So we don't know about him, what he's going to do, but he's going to be in there. Now you have Princess Leia, who is she's in this movie. She's still a princess. You saw her in the trailer, so she's in the movie. Chewbacca, of course. You saw C-3PO and R2-D2 as well. So for me, having seen the old characters, brings back memories, and it's really cool. Let's talk about the new characters, because that's basically what this trilogy is really going to focus on, new characters. So you have Rey, you have Finn, and you have Poe, and then the new droid is BB-8. I will tell you that the new characters are definitely cool. If you were obviously when you saw the original trilogy, you kind of followed along and got engaged with these characters. You will do the same with these new characters, in my opinion. So definitely good choices as far as the studio in not only creating these characters, but also getting the right actors and actresses for these new characters. The next thing I want to talk about is, if you're a fan like I am of the franchise, or if, let's just say, you've seen bits and pieces of the previous movies, but enough to where, hey, you want to kind of get with the hype and go see it. Definitely worth seeing. It's very promising. As far as myself watching the movie, I mean, it's 2 hours and I think 15-20 minutes long. It went by pretty quick. I mean, I wasn't bored. I was engaged. I was watching the movie. I was excited, looking forward to see what else they're gonna bring. So the 2+ hours went by really quick. So I can tell you that I am excited for episode 8. So this is definitely what you want when you go see watch a movie. Obviously we have to wait 1.5 years for episode 8, which is unfortunate, but hey, you know what? We waited this long for episode 7. Well, what's another 1.5 years for episode 8? And then, does it stay true to the original? I will tell you guys that the prequels, again, everybody bags on the prequels. I'm not one to do that. I mean, I like the original obviously better than the prequels. I will say that these are not quite as at least episode 7 is not as quite good as the originals, but better than the prequels. They are pretty close to the originals, but I just don't see anything really beating the originals. But again, we still need to see episode 8 and episode 9 and see exactly what happens. But these new characters, they will not disappoint. This movie doesn't disappoint. If you are, again, a fan, you will enjoy it. Again, there will be some things you'll maybe scratch your head and be like, well, what's going on here? Why did they do this? But again, there is no perfect movie, and who knows? Right now you may feel like after you watch it that, what's going on? Why did they do it this way? Well, maybe we'll find out in episode 8 and episode 9 why they did it or why they set it up this way. But so my final review is I'm going to give this episode 7, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, an 8.5 out of 10. So great, great movie, great start to the franchise. A lot of props to J.J. Abrams for coming in and doing this very first one, because a lot of pressure was on him. So, you guys will enjoy it. Go watch it if you haven't already. And another thing is, they opened up additional showings, because there's just, so many people either already prepaid for their tickets, but then there's people that like, okay, I want to go see it. I got the day off or whatever the case may be. So go out and see it. I'm sure there'll be seats available for you guys. And again, I'm glad that the Star Wars franchise is alive and well, and so go see it. Now, also, once you have seen it, please watch my other video, which will contain spoilers for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys excited to see it? For those of you that haven't seen it yet, please make a comment. Please don't. For those of you who have seen it, don't type any type of spoilers in this video or in the comment box of this video. Save it for my spoiler video that I will also post here shortly. So 8.5 out of 10, Star Wars. Go see it. It's awesome. Please subscribe. I'll be doing more movie reviews in the coming weeks and months. My other hobby, if you watch my original video, is I also buy, sell, and trade sports cards, baseball, basketball, football, non-sports like WWE, and of course, Star Wars. Thank you, and have a good one.